Hey everybody, welcome back to Trekyards. Welcome to our collective. He is Commander Calkins.
And he's Captain Foley. Welcome back. But Stuart, we got to the end of season 2. The plot has been revealed and tied up in a bow. So please watch our spoiler-filled, free, and breakdown that has been released up to this point. But the question is, Stuart, now we know they got back to the beginning as we predicted, and they sort of continued the scene without blowing up. What do you think of the revealed Borg Queen storyline, and do you think it works?
It does work. I mean, it wasn't unseen. Like we kind of had a feeling early on this was going to happen. I'm kind of disappointed she didn't say "look up" in this version, this last episode. But hey, we see Agnes as the Borg Queen, and I gotta say, it's not a good look. Sorry, Agnes. Just saying.
I wonder what the official name is going to be for her.
Borgatti. They've already said it. The Borgatti. Well, basically, she's creating a Borg cooperative, a different version of the Borg that's not so hostile, doesn't really make enemies, helps out people in need, and joining is on a voluntary basis, I guess. I don't know. Basically, it just wraps up with there's a threat coming, and she's there to warn them about it. And that's why, as we suspected, as we called early on, that's why she was tapping into the ship's systems to get quick access to everything so that she could create this shield. Probably not the best way to go about it if you're going to be throwing tentacles into consoles. Maybe, I don't know, reveal your face in episode 1 so that people know who you are. Even though Girardi's out there, it would have been shocking enough that people would have been like, hey, wait a second, what's going on? Just saying. So yeah, that's kind of it. They're there to help now. They've become a kind of an honorary member of the Federation to help out and be gatekeepers for a big transwarp corridor.
A big one as well. Like, the ship that's going to come through that is going to be huge. Maybe it's... Fleet. Yeah, the Dominion back. The guys from the wormhole coming back.
2900.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and it all sort of harkens on... Is it a time paradox? Is it an alternate universe? Is it whatever? It's all kind of got a bit confused now. Because, obviously, Jurati is in the first episode, but also she's the Borg Queen the whole time. But at that point, they haven't made the alternate universe yet because Q's not sent them back. And as soon as they come back, as soon as Q brings them back, that timeline gets erased because they haven't ever travelled in time according to the logic of the card logic they've already gone into. Once you time travel, any other time travel events are erased, and by removing the initial start point, you remove the end point. Normally, time moments exist like Tasha Yar. So I guess they're wrong and it is the real logic. I guess.
That'd be my guess. I think they were just covering their bases for bad writing, honestly.
Or they did come from the aborted reality. Because why did reality get destroyed as soon as it's,
Well, it does.
So
It's an interdimensional.
Yeah, so are they coming from the Confederation timeline? Because the Borg's Queen certainly didn't... Or whatever comes from that. I mean, enough people got killed, and Rios is now in the past changing things, so that's going to affect everything,
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the new Borg, but hey, we'll see how it goes. See what kind of role they play in season 3. I'm sure they'll be around still.
And did they go explicitly vague? Because calling it a time and space anomaly means it could be anything.
I think they did, yeah. They said interdimensional and temporal, so...
Yeah, so going vague, and by definition, it's a movement portal. So she could be in the Delta Quadrant, she could be in the Beta Quadrant, from an alternate reality, from an alternate time. It could be anything. Obviously enough time to evolve to become advanced in a different way. I mean, it's still Borg, but not, which all works fine, looks cool. Although it's obviously based on Confederation Borg technology, hence the tentacles, because our queens wouldn't do that. And they still don't, because those aren't our queens. So it's a variant of a variant, and either way, it's a variant from an alternate reality. Either way, because that was a future we created separately. So either way, there's an alternate reality queen moving forward. But then for some reason, Jurati's gone. Rios is gone. I guess Q zapped them to make it easy, but they should still be there because the timeline is not changed at that point. But it will be a bit confusing.
With the Q powers kind of equal it out, I think, because he could just... I don't know.
Because I guess because of Q, like I say, they would be there. So I guess Q just decided to...
Well, I think they acknowledged it with the one one lady saying, "Where's Captain Rios?" So that was nice, at least.
But I mean, if he put him, because he didn't travel, they tried him forward in time or cross the reality. Either way, they'd still be there because it was before they travelled back. So either way, they are still there. It's just Q didn't choose to keep them there because otherwise questions would be answered. But then it'd be kind of fun, because then you'd have the two Rioses, the one Rios that was stuck in the past from the alternate reality, who did the things, and then the present day one. And the two, I mean, wouldn't that be more interesting? Two Juratis, you know, the one from our timeline, the one from the Confederation timeline version, and then Q just moved, the people left. So they kind of play both sides of the rules and neither kind of coexist properly. Yeah, because for the Borg Queen to exist in the first place, in the first episode, they already had to have fixed... They already both had to break the timeline and fix the timeline. Both. Because Jurati, the Confederation Queen, only exists because Q broke the timeline, and the Borg-Arty only exists because they fixed the timeline. So both had to already happen, and if they already happened, then there was no Confederation timeline for Picard to go into. It was already changed and fixed. And that means that Guinan would already know the existence, because it would already have to have happened. Which means it has to be an alternate universe her. Otherwise, you know...
There's no explaining their writing this way.
I'm just wondering that since the Borg-Arty knew what she did failed the first time because she lived it, why didn't she do something different the second time? Like, her very existence of being in this reality means that she already knew she failed with the tentacles. So it would have been better, I think, to have started earlier, have her beam in and do something different. Do you know what I mean? Because then it would have been like, it had to happen twice for her to change her actions and Picard changed his actions. The very nature of her doing the same thing showed she had no knowledge of the past, but she had to be her to exist. So that doesn't work either.
Could have used more time. This episode was kind of rushed. So they definitely... It would have been cool to see Picard landing in the shuttle bay and walking down the hallway and having a bad feeling, getting on the bridge, and... Where's Jurati?
Yeah, because obviously you had to have Picard remember events for the entire point of the season to exist. But you had to have Jurati be her and not remember stuff, even though it did happen to her. That's why it makes more sense if it was alternate realities, because then everything could happen, and then Picard's just moved over. So that's got to be what happened, even though it's not what they say happened. But I think it does work, and now we have alternate reality, ultra-advanced future Borg with untapped potential, who are friends, proven friends, despite breaking consoles, but, you know, forgivable.
Or friends, not food.
I was thinking that when I said it. Hey, good picking that up. Yeah, it definitely creates a lot of potential. Although I hope if we ever see Borg drones of there, they're not just humans or aliens with that like checker pattern on their head, because it's very lazy. Like in terms of what the original Borg were, is really amazing, and that's quite. I guess you wouldn't want to lose yourself if you become a Borg. You'd want to have your own face, but also then you're not your Borg. You're just people who've got nanoprobes in them as like a booster. You know, it sort of isn't the Borg anymore. I guess it isn't the Borg anymore.
I can't see how this new collective or cooperative would work. So.
Yeah, and obviously it didn't affect the timeline, otherwise there would be, you know, knowledge of a Borg-altered group, so... It's interesting, but, you know, it was definitely a Tyler Vox situation. We knew very early it was going to be her. Episode 2! Which is a bit of a weird thing to foreshadow that early.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just glad it wasn't Picard's mom or something that other people were kind of speculating.
Yes.
It's just silliness.
Yeah, so why would Jurati then have said, look up 1 second before blowing up? Given that she had nothing to do with Q's time travel, because they're completely independent. Jurati coming through isn't to do with Q changing time his rationale was not to create this queen, but this queen is what killed Picard, and only linked to him already go through events that Q already started. But why would she say look up? Did Picard tell Jurati the mum said look up? I know he talked to everybody. I thought he talked to Laris about that.
Oh, he might have. Like they had some time together on the Serena at the beginning. We didn't hear it, but who knows what conversations they would have had. They had an interesting relationship. So,
but they hadn't got to his mum subplot at that point yet, though. So he wouldn't have randomly been about his mum to her, except just there in the chateau, and I guess just offhand. But then if she's offhand,
being in the chateau would have. Made him think about his mom or whatever. So I don't know. It's
a slight disconnect there as well.
Good episode. The Borg thing's interesting. I just want to find out more about it. Hopefully they play a little bit of a role in season 3, which I think they will, with them guarding the gate essentially.
If that's the season 3 threat, then yeah, for sure. And it explains why Alison Pill doesn't know about season 3, because she's a guest, not a regular, and she's actually not playing Jurati, she's playing Borg-Arty. So those technicalities of, well, Jurati's not back for season 3. It's like, well, yes, technically. Etc. It's interesting. I just want to see actual Borg as well. Although, do you think then this Jurati would say, I don't think the Borg of this time are good, Like, is she going to go out of her way to attack the Borg, the real Borg, to say, guys, this is the wrong way? Or is she content being her own self? Because that would be confusing for civilians. It's like, well, if you get attacked by this Borg, they're bad. If you meet this other Borg, they're good. But these Borg are from the future, in essence, technology. These Borg are way more advanced. But also, they're only assimilating a race of less advanced technology. So how are they evolving too much? Maybe they don't too much.
They're assimilating people that are in need, so a damaged ship. If they
So they're not really focusing on tech advancement or even perfection. So they wouldn't be that much more advanced. They'd just be, we happen to find this in the last X number of years. We'd have no idea even where she comes from the timeline, because
not that advanced, but they can create an interspatial rift that is interdimensional and temporal as well. I mean, hey.
Endgame did the exact same thing. Interdimensional, that was a timeline one, but it became interdimensional by definition because you were going to an alternate timeline. And the Klingons made that. So, interesting stuff, Stuart. What do you guys think? Are you satisfied by the end of the Borg Queen storyline for this season? Borg are friends, not food. Yeah.
Comment down below with how you think the cooperative works, and what we'll maybe expect from season 3. Want to hear your thoughts. Which reminds me, subscribe, like the video, and join us for the lives where we have these kind of discussions. We really appreciate hearing from you guys. And if you're able to click the bell notification icon to all, you won't miss those lives, hopefully, if YouTube does its job.
That is not a foregone conclusion, as we know. And if you want to support us directly, please do. If you can't, don't worry, but if you can, please do. Like I say, Patreon, PayPal, trekyards@hotmail.com, or join the channel on YouTube. That button somewhere on the page as well. We do a lot of this content for you guys, and with Strange New Worlds here, which will be a lot of content weekly on that. It's all free, it's all point of entry, just go enjoy it. So if you support us, let's do more. So thanks in advance, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, so join our cooperative. Until next time, he's Commander Cockings.
He's got a Foley. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.